Members of the JFK Democratic Club in Jackson Heights are remembering President Kennedy today. They took their name after Kennedy was assassinated. New York's Roger Clark is at the club this morning. He's been talking to members. Hi, Roger.
Well, pal, here I am with the members of the JFK Democratic Club here in Jackson Heights, Queens. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for coming out.
Good morning.
And, talking about recollections of John F. Kennedy, obviously a man who means a lot to these folks. And first we'll start with Maureen Allen, who is the district leader here in the area, District 34, and of course a member of the club. And you told me, we don't want to talk about Ava, you told me you were 9 years old. Tell me about some memories.
Well, I remember being in school, I guess it was 4th grade, and the principal coming in and whispering to the teacher, and the teacher's face turning absolutely white, and then all of a sudden the tears started flowing, and then the announcement was made that President Kennedy was shot. At this point, they didn't know that he had passed away. And I remember my parents all weekend crying and watching television nonstop. And in those days, unlike today, you didn't watch TV nonstop. But those 48 hours, everybody was glued to the television. It was like they were afraid to go away.
Well, fellow club member Jerry Grubin, thanks for joining us this morning. Tell me a little bit about your memories.
I was working downtown at one of my clients on the CPA. I work in other people's offices, and somebody came in and said that there were shots fired at the presidential motorcade in Dallas. And I thought for a minute, well, that sounds pretty serious because it can't be too tragic because of the Secret Service and so much protection, and there hadn't been any kind of an assassination in at least 50 or 60 years. This couldn't be all that bad. And then, of course, over time, the news seeped in, and we all realized the finality of this, and it was horrible. It was unbelievable.
And the club was actually known as the Alfred E. Smith Democratic Club back then, and after the assassination, the name was changed.
After a few years, it was changed after 3 years, but at that time, I was in the playground with my 2 children, and there was so much noise, all the kids playing around. Someone had a radio, and it came, and then there was deathly silence. The entire playground. No one said a word. It was like we were frozen in time.
And different perspective on this, Alfonso Quiroz, who was a member of the club, but obviously you were not around for that, but inspired by John F. Kennedy.
Well, I was born 10 years after the assassination, but I remember in high school first really becoming aware of the Kennedy administration when I was in a play where I needed to have an accent from somebody that was from Boston, and I needed to go listen to tapes of John F. Kennedy talking, and I just became engrossed with him and what he was saying and his family and his ideas, and I just remember becoming not only inspired, but just really wanting to read everything I could about Kennedy, and just felt that what he was trying to say to people really is that being in public service was really an honorable profession, and it was really something that I knew touched me and touched almost everyone that I knew as well.
Well, folks, thank you so much for coming out this morning. We appreciate it. The members of the John F. Kennedy Democratic Club here in Jackson Heights, Queens, their memories and moments from John F. Kennedy. That's the story from here in Queens. I'm Roger Clark. Pat, let's send it back to you in the studio.
Thank you.